Sam Darley here, and tonight in the world of sports, what a great night for football, except for I thought tonight's Patriots-Titans game, at least the first half, was a bit of a sour note for me, at least in my opinion, because of the poor officiating. I'm getting to that in a minute, but the big news is tonight was the Houston Astros getting insanely stronger, adding Garrett Cole, and though he did an ERA of 4.50 last year. But, pitching on a mediocre Pittsburgh team, not really motivated, not going to playoffs, so really the odds of being great. Yeah, I kind of felt like it was kind of just him pitching poorly on the mediocre team, trying to get to the offseason quickly. I think he'll resurrect his career with Houston. Houston didn't give up much. I mean, the best pitcher, in my opinion, that they gave up was Joe Musgrove. And Joe's kind of struggled a little bit as a starter, but he did a great job about the bullpen down the stretch and in the playoffs for the Astros. He'll be missed. The Astros made it loud and clear they weren't trading. Excuse me. They weren't going to trade Forrest Whitley. They weren't going to trade Kyle Tucker. And they weren't going to trade Derek Fisher. They essentially made those guys untradeable by making them untouchable at the Fan Fest. The defending champion Astros now have Keuchel, Verlander, Cole, McCullers, Morton in their rotation, and they can use Peacock in emergency starts. Their bullpen gets stronger too because it means they can put Peacock in the bullpen, they can put Morton in the bullpen, they can mix and match, they can do a lot of different things. So that's kind of one thing I'm looking forward to the most with the Astros, is seeing how they mix and match these pitchers. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the NFL playoffs divisional round kicked off today with the Eagles pulling off the upset, in my opinion, over the Falcons. The Falcons had a shot to win it. It went right through the hands of Julio Jones, Matt Ryan's final pass of the season. It went right through the hands. But at the end of the day, they didn't do much against the Eagle defense. Excuse me. And the Eagle defense really was fantastic. They held it. They held up their end of the bargain. And Nick Foles, essentially a game manager today. He's going to have to do a little bit more against the Saints and the Vikings, especially the Vikings with their defense. But today, it was enough. 15 points was enough to beat the Atlanta Falcons. I don't think it's going to be enough to beat either Minnesota or New Orleans. They thrive today in the underdog role. And they are the number one seed in the NFC for a reason, and they showed it with their good defense, their run game, their special teams unit was really good today. Matt Ryan was pretty pedestrian in my opinion. And he had a good statistical day, but when you only score 10 points and you have Julio, you have Devontae Freeman, he also missed Hooper on a wide open touchdown. They ended up scoring the touchdown anyways. But, it was really just a day where Matt Ryan, like I said in my prediction, he needed an MVP that game. And he didn't have it. He didn't have that kind of game. And Julio, the best receiver in the NFL, I'm sorry, I know you can say what you want. I listened to Louis Riddick earlier on ESPN talk about he's not a great jump ball receiver, but the best receiver in pro football has to make that catch. And maybe it was thrown a little too hard by Matt Ryan, but at the end of the day, game on the line, season on the line, best receiver has to make that play. New England trounced the Tennessee Titans. Not that I didn't see that coming, but what I was really upset over is the officiating in the first half. It really took all momentum of that game and just swung it all into the Patriots' favor. The offsides, he jumped a little bit, but it was due to the false start on the center. They changed the penalty from the Patriots to the Titans, and I just think, honestly, that penalty, that drive should have ended on 4th and 10. It was 14-7. It was a close game. The Patriots ended up scoring, making it 21-7, and they never looked back. And I just think, to me, the way the game was officiated in the first half, it just kind of set the tone for the rest of the game. And the Titans didn't play with any confidence in the second half. Tennessee's got a lot to look forward to next season. They got Marcus Mariota. They'll have a good defense. They've got a good run game. My big concern for them is their coaching staff. I don't think Malachi's getting the best out of Mariota. I just don't. And while we're speaking of head coaches in the AFC South, Bill O'Brien signed his 4-year extension today. The Texans also resigned, gave Brian Gaine a 5-year deal. And so now it's officially Brian Gaine and Bill O'Brien's team in Houston. The AFC South should be tough next year. The Jaguars need a quarterback. The Titans are going to be dangerous again. Mariota at quarterback. Deshaun Watson healthy. Houston's going to be dangerous. I think Houston would become the favorite, in my opinion, because of Deshaun Watson and his elite talent. And then we're expecting to see Andrew Luck next season, if healthy, and if everything's going right for his shoulder. I could see the Colts rebounding and being a 10-6, 11-5 team. Just depends on how Luck rebounds. The Patriots the Patriots were the better team tonight, and they are the better team. They're better than Tennessee. But when you look at how the game is officiated, you cannot, literally, refs cannot make a game that lopsided or an official standpoint. And you can say, well, the officials don't score 35 points, they don't make throws. You're right, they don't. But they can have an impact on the game. Because if the other team feels like they're being jiffed, it's going to take their confidence away. And I just feel like the Tennessee Titans didn't play with any confidence in the second half. They played good football in the first half. And then they kind of got away from what they were doing. And I just think they let the officiating get to them. So it was kind of embarrassing. Not kind of embarrassing, it was embarrassing. And there's just no need for that. There was just no need for that much of a lopsided officiated game in the first half. 8 penalties in the first half, really. Tennessee was not that undisciplined during the regular season. It's sad to see their season. People can hate on the Titans as much as they want, but that's not how you want a season to end. You want it to end fair and square. I think they were playing good enough defense. I do think in the second half, Patriots did make adjustments, and they did do what they did to the Houston Texans in last year's playoffs, which was take over in the second half and put the game away in the fourth quarter. So they'll move on. They'll play either Jacksonville or Pittsburgh. I still think it's going to be Pittsburgh. Better quarterback at home. And the one thing I'm not liking with the Steelers is every one of the players are getting on Twitter guaranteeing a win, saying they're going to have 2 revenge games. You got to focus. This is why the Patriots are in their 7th straight championship game. They're not on Twitter. They're not on Facebook. They're not on Instagram during the playoffs. They're focused and locked in on their opponent. Jacksonville could sneak up and beat them tomorrow. The game is at noon. It's at Pittsburgh. And then after that is the wrap-up of the divisional round with the Minnesota Vikings hosting the Saints. I'm still picking the Saints because of Drew Brees. I like Case Keenum. I think it's a great story. Just think Drew's the better quarterback. And I feel like that Saints offense is going to find a way to score at least 2 or 3 touchdowns and put the game on Case Keenum's arm. Case Keenum's first playoff game at home. Nerves will be there. So we'll see what happens. But the Astros got insanely stronger. I think they're going to defend their championship if they're healthy. It's another prediction. I really think they're really good. They're a really good team. And the pitching got stronger. They've got a good lineup. And they've got good depth. But of course, it's a long way before the season starts. We're not even at spring training yet. We'll see what happens as far as injuries and everything and trades. But as of right now on paper, I think the Astros are better than the Yankees. The Yankees are a good offensive team, but I think the Astros are better pitching, or have the better pitching, at least on paper. But again, games not played on paper, and as mentioned before, I was disappointed in the officiating. I thought it was embarrassing for the league. I hope that next week's AFC Title game is not so one-sided in the first half. That calls go either way. That calls are going fairly for both teams. I want to see a game that's fairly officiated. I'm sorry. I don't want to watch a game and feel like that a team is losing confidence because the officiating is against them. The officials should never take over a playoff game. Ever. Patriots did win, and I do congratulate them for moving on. See who they play. Eagles move on. They will play the Vikings or the Saints. The Patriots will play either the Jaguars or the Pittsburgh Steelers. This has been Sam Dolly. Thank you for watching.